when you look back on your whole lifespan, there have been a lot of difficult transitions. Getting married was a difficult, 12% said yes, it was the most difficult transition ever. We understand that, some of us. And getting children, a difficult transition, children leave home and so on. But 41%, the majority said the most difficult transition in my life was to leave my working life and become a pensioner. So it's another story than this one that most people tell, that it's just to be lucky. And the final slide on this part of the difficult transition, I think that there are two stories on retirement. The one where you look forward to what's happening and to see all what you get, and the other one that you don't look back and see what you lose. And that might be a problem, because you first realize what you have lost when you have been retired for 1, 2, 3 months or half a year. I met a carpenter who was fired at 62 years. He was not by his own will, he became a pensioner. But he said, 3 months after he had his last day on the job, I still wake up at 6:30 in the morning, but then there a hell of a time until it's 10:30 p.m. and I can go to bed again. Yes, it can really be a disaster, a shock, especially for men, I think, who put so much of their identity in the working life. So people look forward to see what you get, and of course freedom and 70, 37 or 40 hours for travel and leisure, very fine, nice to think. Partner, taking care of your grandchildren, family, very nice. Hobbies and gardening, nice things. Do-it-yourself projects, maybe can be nice or whatever. But that's what the story, the big story on what's happening after the last day on the job, that most people are telling. And people forget to tell the other part of the story, that the identity engagement you had for 40 years is now missing. If the average lifetime is 80 years, then you can say it's 4 times 20 years. The first 20 years in your life, you prepare for the next 20. You get an education, you try to find out what you're going to do, have a job. You play, in Denmark, we call it father, mother, and children, where you prepare to get a partner and raise a family. And when you get 60, after the first 3 periods of 20, then you can tick off, I got a partner, I raised a family, I got an education, I got a job. All the goals I've set in the first 20 years I've reached. Now I have not only 5 more years to live, I have 20, 25, 30 years more. What is the goal in this period? And people don't have the opportunity to consider what is the goals for this new lifespan. So what you lose is identity engagement, this important network of your colleagues. You can't live without social relations. In Denmark it is so that elderly, lonely men are in risk of death, and they have the highest rate of suicide in Denmark. So network is very important. As you know, structured daily, weekly, making a difference, experience every day that people need you. And of course, less money to live for, meaning and goals. So what you lose is not what people look most at when they're retired. They look most on all what you get. And if we are just going to say we have to prepare this new life phase, preparation is not a part of the norm today, what's normal today. But if we have to prepare, then you don't prepare very much if you just see what you get. It's because it's like a holiday.